How's everybody doing today? It's a great day to be alive today, man. Well, first of all, I got to sleep in today for a little bit. Have the day off, and I got a little hair hanging here. Got my hair cut yesterday. Just been in a really killer positive vibe mood. Shout out to my baby girl, Natalie. She lives in South Africa, and she's making it happen. I am so proud of her. You know, she lives in a third world country. She doesn't get the help that we get, you guys. You know, we get these stimulus checks, we get food stamps, we get insurance, and we get so much help that I realize that I take granted for. I mean, just having my insurance card to pay for my prescription medications is such a blessing, and I, take it for granted every month. When I go in and swipe my card, actually, I don't even swipe my card. I don't have to do nothing. I don't even have to sign. I just go in and I pick up my medication and I leave. It's like $300 for one and like probably the same for the other. I'm not sure. But I take that stuff for granted. We all do. It's easy to do that. It's easy to take everything for granted because we live in such a convenient time in life where everything is at our fingertips. And so whenever I talk to my boo, I realize how easy I got it. I mean, I think that I'm struggling and, I'm working all these hours to just pay the bills and, trying to save the money for my payment plan for my driver's license and paying my child support and paying for my food and my gas and my insurance and my rent, everything. And sometimes it does get overwhelming, but I have people in my life that I pay attention to that keep me humble. And there's many of you guys out there that keep me humble. And you wouldn't believe it was probably you, but it is. Because I'm proud of all of you guys that are trying to do anything that you can to make your life better. And not just in the times of Corona, in all times. That's why you're on my Facebook. If you're on my Facebook page, that's because I appreciate you. I love you. And I respect you. I kind of watch what you do. I like to see how people are growing and what you're doing to better yourself. Those things keep me grounded and inspire me every single day. That's what we're for. So if you think about it, if one person can inspire you that much, think of the effect that it has, the wrinkle, the wave that it causes. Just one person at a time. You guys all know how negativity spreads, and you guys all know how hate can spread. Well, love and compassion can also spread. And love transcends all dimensions. Hate and anger does not. Hate and anger is a concept that we've come up with to be able to express negative feelings in our bodies. And we've taken it overboard. We're hurting other people. We have wars. We kill each other over who's right and who's wrong. Now tell me, does that make sense? Aren't we all on this world together? Aren't we all human beings? Why would we kill each other over who's right about what? Over over a thought. Who's right? Whose thoughts are right? Well, how can we be having wars over whose thoughts are right and wrong when it's been established for the past over 100 and some years that life is relative to each person? Each person thinks differently. We're all the same species, but we all think differently. We all feel differently about different things. So how is it that we cause wars and kill each other over who's right and wrong when we know deep down that it doesn't matter? Anyways, I got a little off topic there, but what I was wanting to talk about really was this girl. She's completely turned my whole world upside down, you guys. And I never thought that it could happen. I never ever thought that it would happen for me. I mean, I've been celibate for 4 years, and I'm okay with it. I followed Buddhism for such a long time that I realized that, and unfortunately this is kind of a cynical thing, that most relationships cause pain, and they do, but it's just how well can you react, or no, let's not say, I hate that word react, how well you respond to the circumstances that happen between you and your partner. That's everything, because we all know that we're always going to have circumstances, we're always going to have disagreements, we're always going to have things that, just like the wars, who's right, who's wrong, we're going to have that. So you got to be prepared for that ahead of time, correct? If you're not, then you're not going to respond well to your partner, and it's just, you see how bad things turn out for some people, divorces and domestic violence and drug addiction and cheating and lying, and so that life is for people who are not awake, for people who are completely not aware of themselves or anything that's going on around. So if love can transcend all dimensions and hate can't, why is it that we focus so much time on negativity? It's a good question. We all stand up and we all say we don't like it and that it's not right. Then why don't we back that? Why don't we implement that? Why do we allow it to overgrow everything in our minds, like weeds in a garden? Why are we allowing this stuff to create turmoil in our minds for free? I mean, we're allowing it. So why is it so hard to allow love, but it's so easy to allow negativity? It's a good question, right? It's a very fundamental, good question, logical question that I have towards life. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why is it so easy to just act negative and it's not easy to love? I think that we have our emotions backwards. So many people live in fear every single day of being hurt because they've been through some circumstance with a partner, or even just as even family members, especially family. We hurt each other, and that creates us to live in fear so that we don't get hurt again. But why don't we want to get hurt again? That's what's keeping us living in fear. But why is that? Why are we scared to live in love, to feel pain from people? Is there a way to transcend that? There is. There absolutely is a way to transcend pain and suffering. to realize that it's just a lower state of being. It's a lower vibration that people that are not awake, that are not aware, that are not enlightened even just a little bit are on. These are these low delta waves that these people are living on. You have to transcend yourself past this. And it's hard at first because you're not used to it and you are scared of the unknown. You cling to what you're familiar with, even if it's painful, you guys. I did it for years and years and years. I just clung to drugs and alcohol and abusive relationships, and I clung to it. And why would a person cling to something that hurts them? It makes no sense, right? So here's the logical answer that I'm going to explain to you scientifically. Scientifically, the reason why we hang on to things that are familiar, that hurt us, is because we get addicted to the stress hormones that our body creates for whenever we come back. So when we have a downfall, we get addicted to the climb back up because it gives us elevated emotions, okay? It gives us purpose, it gives us meaning, and it gives us, what it does is our neurotransmitter synapses start creating little functions, right? And we're starting to climb up on this nice high horse that we're feeling. Oh, we're coming back, I'm doing it again, I found God again, I'm so proud of myself, I'm climbing, here I come. We get addicted to the climb. Our body literally releases stress hormones that gives us dopamine, that gives us feel-good feelings, right? That's why we do this, you guys. So, how do you break that cycle? Well, it's just like any other addiction in the world. You have to stop doing it. Even if it's painful, even if it feels wrong, you have to stop doing it. Okay? So how do you stop doing it? How do you stop doing something that you're addicted to because you like it? Even though you know it's unhealthy for you, how do you stop doing something that you like? This is where everybody gets stumped. This is why everybody quits. This is where everybody fails. Because nobody's willing to try something that they don't know. Everybody's afraid of the unknown. So you would rather fail and continually to kick a dead dog, knowing it's dead, but you're still kicking it. You'd rather do that than try something new, than to explore a different reality. This is why I have such deep questions, because I was that person. I did this. I know what it's like to be a failure. I know what it's like to continually be stuck in a vicious cycle of everything bad. There ain't even enough words in the world to explain all the bad things I've done, okay? So that's why I can speak from this experience. So why are we all so afraid to try something new? But you're not afraid to keep failing? It just makes no sense. Why do we do this to ourselves? Because we're addicted to the stress hormone on the climb back up. Boy, that climb back up feels good. Every time. Ooh, it feels good. So damn proud of yourself because you're just taking life by the horns. You're just getting it, right? You're getting it. You're making good decisions. You're being responsible. You're paying your bills. You're saving money. You're working your ass off. You're having good relationships. You're treating people good. That's what life's supposed to be like, right? You're on that path. So we get addicted to that. But how come we can't maintain it? Why do we self-destruct? Why do we self-fulfill a prophecy of failure? Because we know that once we get to a certain point, we have to fall back down so that we can feel that climb again. Okay? So this is a vicious cycle, and there is a way to get out of it. You just have to be willing to try something new. And there's so much labelism on the word meditation. You automatically picture a guy up in a cave, dirty, got a big beard, he weighs about 60 pounds, and he's completely weirded out and out there. You get this image when you hear the word meditation. So I just want to demystify that. And these people, this image that you gain from the word meditation, these are divine people, okay? They are so divine that they seem weird to us, okay? But their level of consciousness is so high and so beyond this earthly realm. That's why they have to be up in a damn cave, because they can't allow themselves to be in civilization, because it does nothing but hurt you. We were not meant to live like this. We were not. Okay? So how do we adapt? How do we overcome this circumstance of living in the now? With everything at our fingertips, everything's convenient, everything's comfortable. We can have anything we want, anytime we want. How do we overcome this? Because, God, it's so easy to just fall into the consumerism, isn't it? Just to be a mindless consumer, just spend money, pay bills, work for America. Just keep doing it, right? That's the American dream. Why don't you just take 10 minutes to yourself? You owe it to yourself to fucking sit down for 10 minutes with yourself. It's not that hard, you guys. 10 minutes. Give yourself 10 minutes. You owe it to yourself. How many times have you ran this vicious circle over and over again, failing, repeating, failing, rinse, wash, repeat, rinse, wash, repeat? You owe it to yourself. Sit down with yourself for 10 minutes. Take your fucking eyes off your goddamn self for a second, man, and go inside. Just do it. It's so simple. The hardest thing about this whole program is time. It's not